Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to look at chapter 1, the book writing process, how to get started. Now, today very few authors are getting picked by traditional publishers and many are turning to traditional self-publishing, which is pay it yourself kind of companies. Most aspiring authors today actually fall into two categories or camps. Number one, those who have a great idea for a book and may be intimidated to write it. Or number two, those that have a partial manuscript and need some help moving forward. In both cases, an editor or ghostwriter may be of extreme value. It does not matter if your manuscript has been dismissed by every publisher around, or you can't write to save your life, or if you simply have no clue how to get started. I don't care if your book has been rejected by every publisher in town. I don't care if you don't think you are a good writer. All I know is you should never give up. Just like I did not give up, you can also become a published author. My personal journey in writing started in 2007 while I was working for a property company in South Africa. I was motivated to write after attending a series of network marketing seminars and professional speakers workshops where international speakers came, spoke, and sold their books. I looked at that with great passion. I must say that 2009 was a great year. I took my first baby steps and wrote 3 books. That propelled me to do book launches and conduct workshops on book writing and publishing in some SADC countries in Africa and Europe. And that really opened doors for media exposure. I gained momentum, and after some time, I had to make the hardest decision of my life by resigning from my job to become a full-time author, speaker, and later a self-publisher. I later gained publicity on radio and TV, which gave birth to my book publishing business called EMC Publishing House. I have since helped many authors publish over 300 books and have also written over 30 books myself in less than 4 years. Being an author has made me meet many new friends and given me the opportunity to meet people with high influence in society, including presidents. I'm so grateful, very, very grateful. The journey has not been easy, just like any other author. I lost a lot of money along the way. I lost a lot of friends in the process. And at one point, I was even actually bankrupt. You know, when you become bankrupt, things fall apart. That even disturbed my marriage, and I might say it was the most difficult time of my life. But I never gave up writing. I kept motivating people every day, even in my lowest moment of being financially broke. I discovered one strength in myself. That was that I could motivate more people and help many come out their valleys whilst I was still in my own valley. Well, I continued, even started more, and at that time I could not even afford to attend expensive seminars, you know what I'm talking about, and even managed to buy information products from experts on book publishing, sales, marketing, and even promoting of books. I relied totally on free YouTube videos, and free videos that really helped me came from experts that could offer free giveaways when you sign up on their website. I then saw the law of attraction come into play because all the free materials and videos I received were exactly what I needed to learn this publishing business. I'm so thankful to all online experts who are in the free ebook and video giveaways. I can honestly confess to you that those teachings helped me a lot, and I vowed that I would also give back by making sure I give valuable content for free to my followers and email subscribers. This book was written from a collection of many teachings I learned from experts for many nights and days. I kept this one thing in mind, that if you want to be successful in your area of passion, study those that are doing great in that area, and also do exactly the same things they are doing every day to prime your brain for success. Most experts and mentors, when they read this book, will find that I have actually done exactly what they taught me to do, practiced and wrote down whatever they taught me in their videos and seminars. I'm still grateful. If you don't have a mentor in your area of passion, you cannot go further in this journey of success. You need somebody who believes in you enough to a point where you start believing in yourself. It is possible to become a published author. Just never give up. I know what it is to be a struggling author, to spend months, even years, slaving away at the computer, only to have your cherished book rejected by one smug publisher after another. I know what it is like to lose money making the same mistakes you are probably making now. Well, I don't want you or anyone else to make these mistakes. That's why I wrote this book. Now let's look at the first thing that you need to do. The first thing that you need to do in this book writing process is you need to start with your book proposal. A book proposal is like a business plan. It is like a business plan for your project that will help you define the following. It will define the theme, an overview of what your book is all about, who will buy your books, who your audience will be, what the competing books are, how you will market and promote your book, and what qualifies you to write the book. A book proposal builder helps you to get clear about your writing project so that you can be successful with your book. Whether you choose to self-publish, market your book to independent publishers, or to traditional publishers through a literal agent. Once your book proposal is complete, you can start accepting donations or pre-order sales from friends, families, fans, those that are excited to support you and your book concept. Don't hold yourself back if you have a great idea. Put pen to paper and get started writing your book. Your story is the most valuable asset you possess as an author. It makes you human, vulnerable, and more powerful in the eye of your reader and audience. When you master your story, people flock to you. And if you ignore it, people will never find it. Writing your book is 10%, but getting your book out there is 90%. You can claim a free copy of my book, How to Write a Book Proposal, on our website, www.elijahmitimotivation.webstats.com. It's going to be running through the screen. Let me start by telling you this. You can write a book. Inside you, there lies the ability to write and to have a book published in a special way on the subject that's important to you. Inside you are streams of wisdom, knowledge, experience, hope, and a message to change somebody's life. There is a book inside you that is crying out to be written, and don't die with that book still inside you. One of my mentors, Les Brown, always says that the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because that's where people lie with ideas, inventions that they never actually put to reality. But you have a choice. As you listen to this audio, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Now you may be thinking, I can't write. I know quite a bit about my field, but I certainly couldn't write any entire book about it. Maybe you are thinking, I don't have time to sit down and write a book. Does it take years or maybe months? Or maybe you are thinking, even if I could write an entire book, how would I ever break into the world of agents and publishers? Or maybe you are thinking, sure, I have fantasized about writing a book, but I'm sure I really know enough to write something that people would actually pay or even buy. First of all, put that voice of doubt to rest. All those thoughts have crossed my mind at one point or another, but I'm here to tell you that you can do this, and once you start, you won't stop. It's not your fault you haven't discovered your writing ability or given yourself time to explore it. In today's fast-paced world, you are running from activity to activity, busy from dawn until after dark. If you don't do it at all, writing seems daunting, mysteriously, and most of all difficult. You may be afraid of ridicule or simply of the unknown. Recent research by a group of book publishers and educators revealed that 85% of people have dreamt about writing a book. Yet for most people, a dream is all it will ever amount to. Now let's look at something else. The number one reason why people don't write a book is just fear. For a moment, think about this. Strip away all the fear and consider this. You know there's a story inside of you, just dying to come out. The good news is that writing is a learnable skill. Once you put in place practices, techniques, and strategies for writing, you can develop a system for turning your newfound skill into a valuable, readable, publishable book. The result is sustainable income over time, and more importantly, your message reaches and helps more people than ever. Every author wants to make a difference and know that their work is positively impacting the world. Every great book and every great transformation of business begins with a personal transformation. And in order for that to happen, you have to master the 4 key levels of transformation that will open doors to achieve the success, freedom, and impact that you want, or you want to actually show the world that they deserve it. If any of these levels is left out, it doesn't matter how hard you try to succeed, it won't matter. Also remember this one point as you start writing your book. One of the most important pages you will have to write inside your book is your author's biography. It's true. Imagine your reader engaged in your book and wanting to know more about you. They go to your About the Author page, and what they see there can make or break you. On that page, you have the power to captivate your reader, make it clear how you can help, showcase your expertise and story, and get them engaged in taking the next step with you. Your biography is more important than you can imagine, but do not worry, you will find all this. Now, let's look at another subject, that is book advances. A book advance is simply money that is given to an author by a publisher before the book is written or even published or sold. It is called an advance because it is an earned money that a publisher is giving to you in advance. Why would a publisher give you an advance? That's a great question. And in today's publishing or marketplace, many publishers are asking themselves the same thing. Books are selling fewer and fewer copies and publishers are making less money. It's a gamble for a publisher to give an author an advance, especially an approved author, or to receive that book advance. What is the author supposed to do in this case? There are 2 primary actions that you need to take. The first is to crowdfund. The second is book pre-sales. Now let's look at crowdfunding. Crowdfunding enables those people who are interested in your topic, your story, or your personal life or your professional life to contribute money directly because they want to read your published book. These contributions are donations that are given, typically with the goal of getting an incentive from you, such as a copy of your book once it's published. Then book pre-sales. Book pre-sales can logically follow your crowdfunding efforts or can be used independently to directly sell your book to the public before you write or publish your book. Either way, you can choose to proceed. You should consider the money you raise as a book advance. Instead of getting your book advance through a publisher, you are going directly to your audience, the people you want to read your book and are advancing you to write and publish it. You have an obligation to either write or publish your book or return the money that is donated or pre-orders for your book. Those wonderful people who contribute some money to you are your fan base and your customer base, and they should be respected and cherished. Let's look at something else, the book production process. The book production process is simply very easy, and it comprises of, number 1, you write your book. Number 2, you get your book edited. Number 3, you get a proofreader. Number 4, you get your book typeset, and then the book is done. Then number 5, you find a publisher, and number 6, you get your book printed, and then the distribution process starts. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of chapter 1. I look forward to sharing my chapter 2 of this book, Bestsellers, Strategies and Tactics. My name is Elijah Miti, and keep on writing. Watch out for chapter 2 with the title, Planning Your Book.